Right, well, hello and welcome to the LK Predictions podcast. There's currently 3 Hunks and 1 hooker as per usual. We might have Callum later, I'm not really sure where he is. But today we have got, joining me, we've got the lovely Sham. Do you want to say hello, Sham? And give your Twitter handle as well, please.
Hi guys, Twitter name, Dodge_NYC, and Arsenal FC is the game.
Good stuff. And Joe, do you want to say hello for us?
Hello, back in the starting lineup, the Joe Chapman. I've been out for 2 or 3 weeks with a niggling injury, but I'm back now in full fitness.
We've not missed you because it's not been recorded.
Thanks a bunch.
I did.
Yeah.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, and finally, the one, the only, James. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, it's LL Cool James 91 on Twitter.
Hello, Cool James. Bloody hell.
Come on, ladies love Cool James.
Stop it. I was just going to have the giggles the whole time. Right, okay, we can start with last week's game. Obviously another good one, another win.
Oh, really? I didn't see it. What happened?
Are you being sarcastic to me?
Yeah, of course I am.
Alright, Joe, you can start on what you thought of the Liverpool game.
Oh, wonderful. I love beating Liverpool. Liverpool is one of my favourite teams for us to beat. Love it. Love beating Liverpool.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, because they get so annoyed about it. Well, we've won 5 European Cups, so it doesn't matter if we lose. Like, come on, it's just so beautiful beating them and seeing them so sad and pissed off. And they played so well as well. And the boy Ramsey, he can't stop scoring. This is getting ridiculous now. It's November and we're still doing well. What's going on? Is it all going to fall apart? I don't know. But come on, someone else say something. Come on.
Have some faith. It's not going to. We're doing all right. We nearly got some praise last night as well from the pundits when I was watching on the Champions League.
Last night was just... that was unbelievable as well. The first half, they were slagging us off half time. They haven't had a shot. They're not doing very well.
One shot, one goal.
Yeah, exactly. It's all you need sometimes. All you need. They defended well, and finally they're noticing that Mertesacker and Koscielny are actually a very good defensive partnership as well. Yeah. They finally tweaked on and thought, actually, after defensively, we're actually quite good now. When Hansen slagged us off a couple of weeks ago on Match of the Day, didn't he? Using footage from about 3 years ago to comment on our defence. It's like, hang on, Gallas doesn't play for us anymore, and neither does Clichy, neither does Almunia, so shut up. Don't know what you're on about.
I think he's just jealous anyway.
Yeah, well, have we beaten big teams now? That's the question. You know, who do we have to beat to prove them?
Actually,
Man United this weekend.
You know what pisses me off?
They're mid-table team, you know. True.
You know what pisses me off? Before they said that, Arsenal, they've never played the top 4 team. We played Liverpool, we played Tottenham, then they said, we beat them, then they said they didn't play the top 2 team. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, you haven't played Chelsea, Man City or Man United.
We can only win the games that are in front of us, 1 week at a time.
Definitely.
What do they expect? But we'll beat United next weekend.
Do you think? I hate the United game. It's the game I hate more than any of them.
It's the best time in the whole career of Wenger. It's the best time to play him now and get a result.
Oh, definitely we can do it.
To say about the Liverpool game, I didn't think a single player had a bad game in our team.
No.
Apart from when Jenkinson come on, the first thing he does, gives it straight to Suarez. He nearly scores, and then he got booked for yanking that player back. I'm like, that was just, I don't know what was up with him.
When Chesney kicked the ball on Sturridge.
Yeah, that as well.
But look,
it's like, I think you retweeted it or favourited Joe, but last night I said that everyone's slagging off our defence, but the best Premier League striking duo, I'll put that in inverted commas, and one of the world's best strikers in Lewandowski, we kept
didn't get through. Yeah, didn't get through. Exactly.
Didn't do nothing. So
our defence has been top over the last few games because they were saying we conceded a goal every game or something, and kept.
We need to give Sagna a new contract as well because he just battles and battles that player.
Yeah, but maybe he's
stamina's through the roof as well.
Maybe he wants to go. Maybe he wants something different, and maybe nothing will change his mind. Maybe
I'd be very upset when he does go though, because you can see the impact he's making. It's a bit like when Gilberto Silva left. You sort of saw that. You were a bit like, in the middle. Wow, yeah. It's like you actually do realise what he did when he's gone, and that will be exactly the same.
What happened when Gilberto left? Flamini knocked him out of the team, didn't he? So Gilberto was out, so he wanted first team football, and then Flamini effed off to AC Milan. So we had nobody, did we? In that whole, we had
you saw Yeah, you saw the impact it made when Gilberto left. I think that'd be exactly the same when Sanya goes. We'll be all right for a few games, but eventually
he might sign a top right back there. I do like Jenkinson. I love Jenkinson. He's for Arsenal through and through, and I think he will get better. But I don't think he's for every week in week out material.
Like I said before, he's come from non-league football. Then he was at Charlton. Yeah, and I think the step up is massive. And everybody. I know people go, "Oh, he's young," but he's an Arsenal fan, so he can make mistakes. I'm like, not really, because he's been playing competitive football since he about 12 years old.
He hasn't made.
So that's 9 years he's been playing. Those are the kind of mistakes that you learn from a young age you can't be doing. And I'm like, if Arsenal duvet, an Arsenal carpet and Arsenal curtains is a requisite for a first-team contract, and Wenger will ring me tomorrow and go, "James, I want you in the game this Sunday."
I think you'd be good in centre back, James. If anything happens to
I'm about 6'2", so me and Mertesacker, we can.
Good height,
big lads.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Like that. You'll be good. You'll be a good addition. I can.
But no, the other games at the weekend, I thought Chelsea losing was a shock, and then I thought Mourinho after. I was like, don't want to be them 11 players, because he just told you you're all rubbish. Basically, I made 11 mistakes.
He needs time to settle in there a bit more, though, doesn't he, Mourinho? You watch him next season; they'll be really hard to beat.
Well, Eto's on form now, isn't he? He started banging them in, so they're worried about their strikers, but Eto's sort of.
But he's quite good, isn't he, Eto? He's been good for 10 years. Really, he's quite class.
And then City as well against Norwich.
Norwich have been terrible this year.
If I was John Ruddy, that was your day to prove yourself as an England goalkeeper.
Yeah,
Joe Hart's been dropped, and you let in 7. I bet Joe Hart was sat there on the bench going, "I think I'll be all right for these friendlies."
Even the whole picture against Sunderland. Did you see them tackles from Sunderland players, Catamol and Deseno?
Well, Catamol's a liability anyway. I'm sorry. The guy. How many red cards has he had this season? He's got 2 or 3 already.
He's got 2 this season.
He's got 7 in his whole career.
Yeah, the guy's always. I don't know. He's just so brash in what he does.
He's like an agricultural plough, isn't he? He's just
to be fair, yeah.
He's just all studs and feet clapping at people. He's like
I think Poyet's just sat there like January can't come any sooner when I can spend some pennies. I sort this all out because
they're going down.
He knows, yeah. But I think he'll buy the sort of championship level players because he can bounce them straight back up again. Because he's been close with Brighton, but he hasn't really had the backing. But I think that. I don't know the name of the guy who owns Sunderland. He's American, isn't he?
I was going to say Doug Ellis, but that was the old guy who used to have Aston Villa, so no.
Yeah, I don't know.
No idea.
I think it's another American, but he'll fund him. I think Poyet will get him back up again because I do think they're going to go down.
Yeah, Sunderland don't interest me at all.
Did anyone watch the Welsh derby?
Nah, I couldn't be bothered. It was Super Sunday, and I kind of looked at it and thought, well, I don't really want to watch Tottenham beat Everton, even though they didn't. It was a draw. And I saw the Welsh derby. I thought, I can't bother.
I saw the highlights. It was that's a big game, but it was very boring apart from the goal and everything. I'm glad Cardiff got the win because that's where my allegiance in Wales lies anyway. But
any particular reason?
When I went to the cup finals. With Arsenal, I think it was. I went to the Chelsea one when I was right behind the goal when Parlour done that, and then
it's only
the Southampton one. Yeah. I was there for that game. It was meant about 10 years old, little red streak through my hair. There's a photo somewhere.
I've red streaks.
I won't post it. I know I'm shabby now, but I am through the roof in that picture.
Do it.
I think that was in my Smarties stage. I was too many Smarties.
Brilliant. So what about the Everton-Tottenham game? Sam, did you watch it or did you see the highlights or anything? Give us your take on it.
I watched it and it was boring. It wasn't the game that I expected it to be with free-flowing football, loads of goals and end-to-end stuff. It just didn't live up to the billing.
Did you think that it'd end up a draw?
Sorry?
Did you think it would end up a draw? I can't remember whether
I really thought Everton would win because there's a strong...
I couldn't believe they kept the keeper on. I'm like, that's a head injury. You've got to take him off.
That's another thing. I mean, it was a 50-50 tackle, every player had the right to go for the ball as much as the other, and I don't know why the ref put Lukaku.
But you see him, he's like glazed over, and then they sort of shove him back on, like, go on, Moritz, you're right.
He was unconscious on the floor, wasn't he?
Yeah, he wanted to stay on though, didn't he?
And they were giving it the whole world, but this is the same medical team that saved Mwanga's life. I'm like, fair play. But I'm like, a head injury, regardless if he says he's fine or whatever, you just take him off. It's the precaution. I mean, Flamini I'm trying to remember the game it was. Was it the Norwich game when he got cussed? We took him off and he was like, no, I want to carry on. And they're like, no, it doesn't matter. It's a head injury regardless.
Yeah, imagine if you know, after the game or something, he's walking about and he drops down and that's it. You actually just don't know, do you? So
yeah, but it's a head injury regardless. You take them, that's just how it is.
Yeah. Something like if you get knocked unconscious, I think you've got to be off work for a week or something.
Yeah, it's 5 days because Flamini wanted to play in the first Dortmund game, but they were like, no, it's with any head injury, head trauma, it's 5-day rest. Yeah. But I think they're playing Lloris in there, Europa League, ITV4. I don't know. Are they playing I Shot the Sheriff again? I don't know.
I Shot the Sheriff.
Yeah, I don't know. They're bloody playing.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Not even Tottenham fans care. Not even Tottenham fans. They hate it. Jermaine Defoe's time to shine. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's so good. Right. What I was going to say. Next on my agenda was after Man U obviously winning their last game. Do you reckon they're slowly sort of getting back on track?
Why are we talking about Man United?
Because I want to. Fuck off.
Oh, I hate them.
I think you summed it up best. I think last week, Joe, you posted a tweet saying typical they hit form just as they're about to play us.
Yeah.
Was it you who said that? Yeah.
No, I didn't say that. They've got they won 2 games in a row. That's form then. I don't know what it is.
I didn't say what.
2 jammy little wins.
Yeah, well, I saw the highlights of old Platoon, I call him. I know he's actually young. I call him Platoon. You know, when he goes down at the end and he's getting
shot with bullets.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of Robot Cop where they shoot off all his limbs the way he went down. I'm like, Jesus, he's got to go. I'm sorry. I think he's got to rot in the reserves or he's got to be sent out to, I don't know, the middle of nowhere.
I Shot the Sheriff.
Let alone him giving to I Shot the Sheriff. He's terrible. I mean, diving is not a British thing anyway, but I'm like, that.
No, that's bollocks. That is bollocks. What about Michael Owen? He used to fall over all the time. All the time.
I know people go, what about Eduardo against Celtic? What about this one, Arsenal dive? I'm like, well, the thing is, Emmanuel Aboué in the Champions League final against Barcelona dived. He dived in that game to get the free kick that Sol Campbell scored from.
Let's not talk about that day.
I know it's a sad day.
That was horrible.
Wenger said to him in that changing room, your bonus for the Champions League final, you're not getting. Because he's like, that's the wrong way to do it. He went, I don't want to score in that way.
But what are the choices David Moyes have to play? Actually, I mean, they're struggling for goals, ain't they? The only goals they're getting is, I think, half of United's goals came from penalties this season.
I was so glad they missed that penalty, though. I was like, yeah, that's karma. I'm like, fuck you. Straight up, fuck you.
Yeah, but the whole thing's karma at the moment, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, they're still 8th. They're going through this transitional period, and they say they haven't got any players yet. Last year they won the league. It just shows how much Ferguson made a difference to them.
Yeah.
Because Ferguson would Ferguson was probably worth about 15 points to them, really. But think of the players. Who the hell would you have at Arsenal out of their players? I'd take Robin van Persie because he is a good striker. Even though I hate him, he's still a good striker.
I couldn't have him back now.
Yeah, I know I couldn't have him back, but I mean, okay, if he was never at Arsenal, you'd take him. But I wouldn't really take any of the others.
It's like, Paul Scholes went, that's a big void, but I'm like, Fellaini, he got sent off, didn't he? I'm like, I don't think they respect him. They sort of look at him and they're like, fucking, who even are you? I'm like, you're not even. I think they were like, where's Schneider? Where's Fabregas? Where's Modric? Where's someone?
Dreams with Fabregas.
Yeah, well, it's like I said in the last podcast, they were going for Ozil, and their new chief executive and everything, he's new to the game. And he was, Kroenke and all them at Arsenal were like, look, we're buying him. Regardless, no matter how much you bid, we'll bid more to stop it. And so they thought, well, we'll sweeten Arsenal over because we decide on Fabregas, don't we? If someone puts a bid in, we can go, no, we'll block it, we'll take him back. Yeah. And so they probably thought, smooth it over and let Arsenal have Ozil, we'll probably get Fabregas, and it's just completely gone tits up, and he ended up with Fellaini. But I don't think the players respect him.
Prize.
I just don't get why they don't play Kagawa. Why don't they play him?
Yeah,
he's a tidy little player. He was fantastic, and then they don't play him. They're mental.
I think they need another. I know you posted that picture saying how much you think that film's shit, that class of '92. You know what I mean? They need.
Well, I just think it's going to be the most boring film ever. Like their personalities combined. Jesus Christ! No. If you want to invite 6 footballers,
you can't doubt them as players, though.
Well, no, you can't. I'm not saying doubt. I'm not saying doubt them as players. I'm just saying, Ryan Giggs, he's not exactly very charismatic. As he look at Beckham.
No.
Beckham is like dreamy. He's a dreamer. Even I would fuck him. But he's not a very exciting lad, is he? He's very dull.
Yeah.
But Gary Neville, they're not exciting, wonderful people. The film would just be so boring. It'd be the most boring, telling that story of, the United side. Those 6 players to do it, they're the right people to do it, but they're the most boring people to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when January rolls around, I'd like to see who they're going to get, but I don't think the players respect him as a manager even. I just think they're sort of like...
Which world-class player would play for David Moyes?
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's
I'm not being, I'm not being bad at him and how he's done well with Everton and filling Ferguson's shoes. But which world-class player would really say to himself, like, do I play under Moyes or Wenger or Mourinho or Klopp at Dortmund?
I don't know, and especially if they're still in the same place they are now as well. If they're still 8th come January, fuck knows. I'll be happy.
But that would be
but God knows what they're going to do. I mean, all these people in London are going to be worrying their heads off about Man United in January, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
With all their Manchester accents.
I love Man United, mate. They're fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, Mayo, yeah. Superb.
United till I fucking die, mate.
Right, let's get on with the predictions then. You've got all yours. So, Saturday, the first game I've got is Aston Villa Cardiff. I've gone for 0-0. Sham, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. I reckon 1-0 to Aston Villa.
Yeah?
Home advantage. Christian Benteke back in the starting lineup. And did Aston Villa get beat last week?
No, they drew 0-0 with West Ham. I had to hear about it all bloody Saturday.
Oh, yeah, they did, yeah.
You've got to stop hanging out with West Ham fans.
He's a legend. He's a legend, Joe. Have you not seen that picture of him on Twitter? He's such a legend. Oh, I'll tweet it again. So good.
Who's this?
This is Morbob. Oh, what's his name? Morbob? Charlie or whatever.
Oh, I have seen that
Morbob.
with him in his pants.
Yeah.
On my bed. Oh God. I thought it was James when I first opened it.
No, that's not me.
No.
I've got better abs.
Oh God. Right. Anyway, yeah. So you say 1-0 to Aston Villa, Sam. James, do you want to go next, please?
I've gone for 2-0 Villa. I think Cardiff got that big win at the weekend, but like I said, Villa want to bounce back from that 0-0 against West Ham, and like Sham said, Benteke at home. I know he missed that penalty the other week, and he's on a bit of a down slope, but it's still Christian Benteke, if you know what I mean. The guy's all. So I mean, if I could have any striker in January, Paul Kroenke to go to his American mate Lerner. There's 30 million in cash. Take care.
For Christian Benteke.
That's how much he's worth now. I know. The price of the players is ridiculous. We had this discussion many podcasts ago.
I was going to say...
Andy Carroll, 35 million.
Yeah,
but that's Liverpool buying players. Liverpool always
I know, but still, it's like I said about, you never know, if having the duvet and everything, if I get my phone call, if I have a good game against Man United Sunday, I reckon I'll be worth 30 mil, wouldn't I?
You reckon that? You reckon he'll put you up front instead of Olivier?
No, I can't run that far.
You haven't got the handsome looks, for one thing.
I don't know, my beard getting quite impressive lately, and my quiff's on top form.
Oh, nice.
Right, Joe, what's your prediction for the Villa Cardiff
I've gone with you, Louise. I've gone, wherever I put my phone, I've gone for 0-0 though.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit boring.
Yeah, I think it's going to be dire. I don't think Cardiff have a lot about them according to last weekend, and neither do Villa. Like you say, Christian Benteke, but he's not having a great season, is he? He's not as explosive as he was last year.
We've been injured for...
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? But, but no, I'm going with you, Louise. I'm going for 0-0.
Good stuff. And next we've got Chelsea West Brom. I've just gone for a simple 2-1. Shan, do you want to start us again, sorry.
I think it's going to be a thrashing on West Brom. I'd say 5-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Reasons?
Well, it's just Chelsea at home. They got something about them with the Mourinho factor, and they'll be looking to bounce back against that defeat against Newcastle. So, yeah, I say 5-0.
Cool. James?
I've done 3-1 to Chelsea, like Sham said. I don't think they'll thrash them, and I think they will concede. But there's just too much there at Chelsea compared to West Brom at the moment.
Yeah,
I mean, I think West Brom are relying too much on this Berahino. I mean, he's only young. He's only 20, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a young lad.
They've got to keep him as well. I mean, he's only on I think it's something like £865 a week.
Yeah, he's getting that's on his contract though, aren't they? That's on his contract, and he should stay there. He should stay there as well. He shouldn't go. Don't go to Man United or someone, then never get in the team and then fail. We need these players.
Like Zaha.
Don't we? Yeah, like Zaha. What's the deal with that?
He's on our radar though, isn't he? I mean, he scored. I think he scored against us in the Carling Cup, then he scored against Man United, didn't he?
Yeah, that's good. That's good for me.
He's on a good little run of form, but I just think they rely on him too much. Yeah.
Cool. So you reckon 3-1? And Joe, what do you reckon?
I've gone for 2-0 Chelsea. I think they're going to win. You know, Chelsea at home are impressive. Samuel Eto'o is doing a lovely job up front. He's finding English football quite nicely. Yeah, I don't think they're going to lose to West Brom at home. Surely, even though West Brom are doing okay. No, Chelsea win that 2-0.
Awesome. And we've got Crystal Palace Everton. I've gone for an away win. Everton to win 2-0 because Crystal Palace are pretty shit, to be honest. So, Shan, do you want to It's not harsh, it's true.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah, go on, Sham.
I've gone for a 2-1 win on Everton here.
2-1, you reckon they'll score?
Yeah.
Optimistic, very optimistic. James, what do you reckon?
I've done 3-0 Everton. I just think they're just going to trounce them. Honestly, if I was in Palace, they ain't even appointed a manager yet, have they?
No, they haven't, no.
I don't think you'd want to go there anyway. It's a sinking ship, isn't it?
Unless it's Tony Pulis.
Oh, I don't want to see him back in the Premiership. I don't want to see him back in the Premiership.
Tony Pulis, I'd say nobody can. I just think it's a sinking ship. And
they've not won a game.
Doing that's going to laugh his arse off.
Bloody hell, it's really bad. Okay, Joe, what do you reckon?
I'm going for 2-0 Everton. Even Marianne Shamak's amazing, striking abilities will not save Palace from this one, my friend.
No, they've not won a game in 1, 2, 3, 7 games.
There you go. Look at that. Quick fouls.
Exactly, a long time. Right, so then we've got Liverpool, Fulham. I've just gone for 1-0 to Liverpool because I don't know. I don't actually know why. I don't really put much thought into it. I just guess. So yeah, that's my answer.
Do you just roll the dice and just go Liverpool 1, Fulham 6?
It's like you're spying on me, Joe. For God's sake. No, I can't remember why. I think I just look at like last week's results and that.
It's like the World Cup octopus, isn't it? You get your rabbits. Numbers on. You get them to crawl and hit the balls.
You're such a bastard, honestly. There's no need for that.
It's probably true though.
It's not. I actually spent quite a lot. It actually takes me a good like half an hour, an hour to do this.
It takes me 3 seconds. I do it on the metric.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Oh, Miguel, shut up.
That's no excuse.
It is.
Not in an equal society. It's the 21st century.
Got tits, doesn't matter.
So's James. You don't hear him going on about that.
Let's that.
Oh, that's so funny. Right, yeah, anyway, 1-0 to Liverpool. Sam, do you want to start again, please?
I reckon it's an interesting one with this fixture because Liverpool have lost. They'll be a bit low on confidence. But Fulham, it's just, I don't know. Martial's a good manager, but it's just not working for him at Fulham. I don't know. They've got the players.
They've all been slagging him off, really. Like, well, I've seen on Twitter at least. No one's really behind him.
Well, the thing is, the players are there for Fulham. They've got some good quality players, but they're just not performing as a team. And I've just gone for a Liverpool 3-0 win here, but I'm sure, Fulham will put up a good fight. But, with SAS there, obviously didn't do shit against Arsenal. They might just show off against the smaller teams and beat them 3-0.
Yeah, you never know. James?
I've done 2-1 to Liverpool. It's like what Shane just said. They've got the players, but they just don't click. And they've got too many that aren't they don't like to pass the ball. They've got greedy players like Taarabt and Berbatov is lazy. They've not really got any energy, if you know what I mean. Like, they ain't got the pace, and I don't think Kasami and Sidwell are going to get super duper goals against Liverpool. So, yeah.
Cool. All right, and Joe, what do you reckon?
I've gone for a win for the Scousers. They're going to win that 3-0. Easy do that. Fulham have been looking poor, really poor. Like you were saying, they've got good players, Scott
is this the week he goes, do you reckon?
Huh?
If he loses, do you reckon this is the week he's off? He's set?
I'm not bothered. He can go if he likes, but I don't know who they're replacing with. Who they're going to get? Pulis?
I think they'll go for... I get them confused. It's Michael Bradley, the player, isn't it? And Bob Bradley's the coach. He used to be the America.
Oh, the American bloke.
Yeah, but he's unemployed, isn't he now? So with that American owner, he'll probably stick to home and go for Bob.
Yeah, go for young Bob, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, they're going. I think Liverpool, Suarez and Sturridge will do them over. Just you watch.
Cool. And then we've got Southampton Hull. I've done 1-1 because Southampton are actually doing pretty decent, and Hull are sort of slowly climbing up there as well. So Sham, what do you reckon?
I've gone for a Southampton 2-0 win. They've just been playing good football, Southampton, this season.
They've been brilliant.
They have been brilliant.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And Lallana and Rodriguez, according to the England squad.
England squad, yeah.
That's good. That's good for
play
us.
to them, yeah. And it's good with Southampton because, you know, they've not got the big players or the most talented players, but, you know, they work as a team. They work for the manager. They've got good footballing style.
They play well. They do play well together, and they have made some big signings, haven't they? Like Wanyama cost them Osvaldo cost them £50 million, but they all work out their signings as well. None of them are having a shocker, are they? You know, they're all adjusted to Premier League, and they're all doing all right. So
does Pochettino get talked about a lot where you are, Joe? Because he's an ex-PSG, isn't he? So
don't mention him whatsoever.
I thought they might talk about him a bit.
No, what they all just talk about Ibrahimovic here. They love they love Ibrahimovic here.
Oh yeah,
he should be president. I'm surprised he isn't mayor of Paris, to be honest. Really not. I went past the stadium the other night when the Anderlecht game was on, and it was full of riot police everywhere. Like they just over here, they get prepared in case it kicks off. Not like in England where it kicks off and then they come. They're there ready just to diffuse the trouble.
And the other thing is, Joe, you know, obviously where you are in PSG, did they ever talk about how, you know, how Laurent Blanc's on a 1-year contract? Did they ever mention about Wenger, you know, being the next manager at PSG because Blanc's only got a 1-year contract?
They don't really. They want because they were talking about Villas-Boas in the summer.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about now. But there's not much on the managerial front because they're top at the moment. I think they are top, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there's not really much. I think they're happy with what's going on. So nothing as such.
Wenger hasn't signed his new one yet, has he? So
he's delaying it, yeah.
I think if he wins stuff, he'll sign a new one. But if he doesn't, it wouldn't surprise me to see him go to PSG or Monaco because Claudio Ranieri never really keeps the job.
I think he'll stay at the Arsenal. I think he still has a point to prove, and I think he's got a young team. You know, he's got a new team now. We've got a new team now at Arsenal, haven't we?
They're not going to want him to leave after seeing what's happened with Ferguson leave and just seeing.
No, of course they're not.
I know we're not the same, but theoretically the same is going to happen. So
I think he's left. If he does leave, compared to when Ferguson left, he's left it in a. You know, Ferguson left as champions, but he left knowing that. You know, it was like, oh, my hip won't be better, but he saw that he can carry that on, what he's done there, because there's too many average players. I don't really think at Arsenal, if somebody did come in, he's got Ozil there that's given them a boost. Yeah. He's got a good way to start. It's a good starting point compared to what Man United did.
And if Wenger was to leave, I'd definitely want Jurgen Klopp at Arsenal as the next manager.
Yes, but I think
it's going to be Joachim Low, the Germany national manager.
Or him, yeah.
Because
I'll be happy with that.
He said he's leaving after the World Cup, and I mean, there's a lot of German influence at Arsenal at the moment, and I think him and Wenger are friends as well. They've spoken, you see them talking to each other quite a bit, and I think he'd be one that, you know, would be nice to see. I mean, he has his finger up his nose after bloody game, so
he's bored, you know. He's seen it all before.
Right, we've gone right off topic, you guys.
What game were we talking about? Was it Southampton?
It was Southampton Hull.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam, I didn't. What was your prediction for that one?
2-0 to Southampton.
2-0, awesome. And then James.
I've done the same as you, Louise. I've done 1-1.
Awesome.
I think they've been playing well, but Hull seem to scrap these points and scrap these draws lately. And I mean, Southampton, we all talked about how good their defensive record was. Like, I think they're second to Roma in the world at the moment for the least conceded goals in the league. But they let that one in from the goalkeeper, didn't they, last week?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a ropey one. But, yeah, no, I just think it'd be a draw.
Cool. And, Joe, what do you reckon?
I've gone 2-1 to Southampton. I think they're playing well, and I think they're going to do it against Hull.
Yeah. I'd like to see it, but I just think Hull has just started to kind of pick up the pace a little bit, so... But we will see. Right, the next game is Norwich West Ham, and I've done that as another ball draw. My landlord wasn't very happy. He says that it should be a West Ham win because Norwich got smashed, but I don't know. I just think it's going to be 0-0. We'll start with you again, Shan, please.
The board draw, same as you, yeah.
Awesome. And James?
I've done 2-1 to West Ham.
Oh, was this Charlie pulling you?
No, I think...
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It is.
That'd be nice to your mate.
This is Charlie.
I think both of them are not very good at the moment, but I'm like... I just think the strikers at West Ham are doing better than the ones at Norwich.
Yeah, you love Gary Hooper. What's going on there?
I know, but Gary Hooper's not been the man. I mean, this is the kind of game, if I was Gary Hooper, that I could go, West Ham's defence is shit, I might have a go here. And Rocky and Bullwinkle, or whatever he's called, he ain't scoring, is he?
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Whatever he's called, you know.
Ricky Van Wolfswinkel.
Yeah, he ain't putting his weight.
He ain't doing much, is he? Him and Gary.
Kyle Pilkington's not the score, so yeah.
They should have kept Grant Holt, shouldn't they? Oh.
To be honest, yeah.
No, they shouldn't have. No, I don't know how the hell he's a professional footballer.
He would have scored more than what these ones are doing at the moment. He's one of them. He's a poacher. These ones they've got at the moment. Hooper ain't the man he was.
Yeah, it's because he's actually playing decent football now. He's not playing for Celtic.
Super Hooper. He's got the kryptonite on him now. He can't do it.
What do you reckon, Joe, for that game?
I'm going to go for board draw 0-0.
Cool. All right. All of us, other than James, who's licking Charlie's arse.
He's licking his anus, yeah. That's what it's doing about.
Right, so Sunday's games. Tottenham, Newcastle. I really fucking hope I'm right. I said this last week with the... who did they play last week? Everton. Yeah. I said this last week that I hoped Everton would win. I mean, a draw was good enough, but I predicted 1-0 to Newcastle. Fingers crossed. Shan, what do you reckon?
I really hope it's the same result Newcastle got against Chelsea, 2-0. Just really hope.
That'd be good.
And they can do it. They proved it last week with their French squad. And with Remy, though. Kabay again, hitting form. And the thing is, they don't even talk about how Arsenal and Tottenham battle for that top 4 place now. It's like Tottenham have drifted off from that debate, which is quite good from us. So I'm going for Newcastle.
It's great for us. What are you talking about? The lower they finish, the better.
Because they're just not. They're sort of dropping points that they should be getting easy, which is making.
They're so boring to watch. I mean, when that Bale, I admit, he scored some fantastic goals, and watching it was, it was good to watch Bale. But now they've just gone so defensive. So they ain't got that spark no more in the way.
They've only scored 9 goals, haven't they?
How many of them were pens as well?
About 3 penalties. Who cares? 3 penalties.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Right.
Yeah, so 2-0 Newcastle.
2-0, awesome. And what do you reckon, James?
I've done 1-1. I can't see Newcastle doing it twice. Doing Arsenal a favour twice. I can't see it. I really want them to, but I just can't see it happening.
Well, I don't trust Pardew. I don't trust him. He hates Arsenal. He hates Arsenal. So why would he do us a favour? Jesus. Yeah. Come on, think about this. Think about this. Spurs are going to win that 1-0. I'm sorry to say it. I love the fact you're also optimistic.
No, I know. Trust me. Yeah.
It's so wonderful to hear.
I don't know. Are they getting smashed by I Shot the Sheriff at the moment? They might be on a bad run, aren't they?
I don't know. Is it what is that on?
It's not even on TV. It's not even worth it.
Oh, is it not? Oh, there you go. I'll have a look on Sky. I'll have a look on the internet in a sec.
But you know what? Like Newcastle, they seem to pull a good result out the bag every 10 games for Pardew to keep his job. You kind of think, oh no, Pardew's in trouble, and then he'll beat Chelsea. And I thought, oh my God, he's the greatest manager ever.
To sack him in,
huh?
Sports Direct only does so well. I don't think they could afford his payout. They gave him that 8-year contract, didn't they?
Yeah, 8 years. He's got 7 years left.
Yeah, I know, but the payout's ridiculous.
8 years.
They
did that one good season, didn't they? They were like, oh, let's give him an 8-year deal.
Is Swans? Oh no, when was the Swansea game? What time did that start?
That's finished.
I know. That's why I just wondered why it's finished. Tottenham still 0-0.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, Newcastle were in a crisis anyway. I don't know if you guys heard about Joe Kinnear and that Birmingham City thing the other week.
Oh yeah, there's a guy that Newcastle sent on.
Yeah, he was like, I want to sign him. They were like, he's on loan from your own club.
Yeah, he should.
They just got no idea how to run it, basically.
Yeah, but this is it. When they're doing badly, they don't know how to run it. A couple of years ago, when they were miraculously 5th, they were like, oh, Mike Ashley, he's a genius. Pardew, he's a genius. And everything goes slightly wrong at Newcastle. They all kick off on it.
Well, he's a Spurs fan, isn't he, Mike Ashley, anyway? So.
Is he?
Yeah.
He would be.
He's a tit.
Right, let's get on to the next game of Sunday. It's Sunderland Man City. Sunderland are obviously second from bottom and have only won one game, and I think that was the game before last. So I think it's going to be 3-0 Man City. Sham?
Yep, same as you. I say 3-0 Man City. Too much quality, and I think Sunderland are going to get relegated this season. I really think so.
It's about time.
About time, yeah, too right.
James, what do you reckon?
I think that Man City are going to win 4-0. They're going to get that. Beat Sunderland. They're just going to get smashed. Like, literally. I wouldn't even bother playing a team. I just have a goal.
They should play you, shouldn't they?
Yeah, to be honest, just me on my own. I'm like, if Sunderland win now, I will shake a Sunderland fan's hand. But I just can't see it happening.
Do you know?
Like you said, they're just going down. They're going down.
What do you reckon, Joe?
The same. They're going to get smashed. Surely smashed. James, do you know any Sunderland fans you can shake their hand?
I'd take the train journey out.
You'll go all the way to Sunderland just to find them and then go, well done, mate.
I bet you someone from Sunderland probably listens to this.
The thing is, if Man City beat Norwich,
hits are going to be alright, aren't they?
they're going to they're going to stuff Sunderland. There's going to be a lot of goals. It's going to be a good one, I reckon. Next, obviously, the most important game for us four even. Can't count now. Man United, Arsenal. Being the optimistic soul that I am, I've gone for 2-1 to Arsenal. Sham, do you want to start us off, please?
I've written the same thing down, 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game because after the week we've had, and Man United, even though they've won a couple of victories in a row, they're still I reckon they're still a bit on the downer, and they're not too sure about themselves. I don't even think Moyes even knows what his first 11 is. We know what our first 11 is. We even might have Flamini and Theo back, which is added boost. And obviously we missed Theo. We've coped well without him, but his pace does bring something extra to our squad, and hopefully we can use that if he's fit. And hopefully Flamini can come back in the middle. And not that Arteta's done a wicked job against Liverpool and Dortmund. He's took a few yellow cards, took some for the team, and with Flamini back alongside to help him, it'll be a peach to watch. So yeah, I reckon 2-1 Arsenal. But do you guys think Flamini would start if he was fit? Or do you
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
You got him.
Definitely. He's been great this season in the midfield.
So who would you take out? Rosicky?
Probably.
Yeah, it's going to have to be Rosicky. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose play Arteta and Flamini as you kind of covering defensive midfielders. Play Ramsey up the centre.
I mean, I know
on one side, Ozil on the other.
A bit tired, but you've still got to play. You've got to play him against Man United.
Well, he'll play, and then he'll go on the international break, won't he? And he probably won't get a lot of game time because it's friendly. So
yeah,
they need England, didn't they, Germany?
Huh? They're playing England. Yeah, they are, aren't they? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. We've got a good team at Wembley. That'd be nice.
Right. Sorry. Who was I at? Oh yeah, Sham. James, it's your turn. Man United.
I've got the same as you guys. Come on, we're going to do it. 2-1. Let's have it. Let's have it.
I like the team coming together here. And finally, Joe, what do you reckon?
I'm going for 1-0.
Well, fuck you.
Of course.
Well sport.
Shush, right? There's nothing I love more than beating Man United. I hate Man United much more than I hate Tottenham. Definitely. Tottenham are just a pathetic small club. They're nothing really. Man United are the evil empire. They're like the Death Star. They're evil. And I hate them. They have given me so much pain over the years. And beating Man United...
We've got Aaron Skywalker, Ramsey.
We have. But you know what? Man United will be up for this. They will know as players. I know boys won't have an effing clue, but the players will be up for this. And I can see them pulling off something. I don't think they're going to win, but I think a draw is a really likely result. And mate, if we win, I'll be buzzing. But I will be watching the game behind the sofa. I hate watching this game more than anything. It's the scariest thing ever. And there's nothing.
Like what Sham said though, we've got the team unity. I mean, when Mikel Arteta
we have never write off Man United. They're bastards.
In the training ground, they ate separately, and Mikel Arteta was like, what's going on here? And he got all the tables and he pushed them together, and he went, we all eat as a team, we do this as a team.
Yeah.
I don't think Man United have got that. They're all too egotistical. I don't think there's egos in this Arsenal squad, apart from Frimpong, who doesn't even play anyway. I might just spend less time trying to get celebrity and selling snapbacks online to me, Frimpong. You might have a chance of being a footballer.
I hate Frimpong. He does my head in.
I love him to bits, but I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
he does my head in. He's just a bloke that loves Arsenal. Basically, he's got VIP access. He's never going to be a first team player. No way.
But I'm like, I just think our team spirit and the week we're having, and I'm like, just carry this on. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You think we're going to do it? I'd love it if we do it. I
really do. I think we've got too much going for us.
I'm just crapping myself, mate. If we do it, I'll give you all a big kiss.
If we do it, we are going to finally get a good fucking review, like a match of the day.
No, we won't.
Every time you
ever beat Man City and Chelsea, or Netherlands from 1974, or Brazil of 1970.
As well, because that's 3 big games that we've had where we've kept clean sheets. Like Liverpool kept them quiet, Dortmund kept them quiet. If we can keep Man United quiet, which I don't think we will, because it's still Man United, but
yeah, exactly. They're still evil. They're still
love it.
Oh God, wouldn't you love it on Sunday?
Right.
Oh,
I'd try and find out where Aaron Hansen lives. Knock on his door. You alright, mate? Can you talk to me about Arsenal, please?
I've got all the time in the world, bro. Go on, mate.
Yeah, stop filling them on, mate.
Right, last game is Swansea Stoke. I've gone for 1-1 in that game. Sam, do you want to start us again, please?
Sure, I'll put 2-1 Swansea. Home advantage. Got better players than Stoke, and I think, as always, Stoke always want to play the odd ball up front. Fair play for them for trying to change their style, but I think Swansea will be too fast for them. So
go long.
Mind you, Stoke did well against United the other 2 weeks ago, didn't they?
Still lost.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, bastards. Can't even trust Stoke, can you?
Why did you trust Stoke in the first place?
No. Yeah, pretty much.
What do you reckon then, James, for Swansea Stoke?
I've done 2-1 Swansea. You can't teach old dogs new tricks. He's trying to get Stoke to play football. They're not footballers.
No, they're not. They're just
they've had like test shots and they're like folks. Just throw them on the pitch. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
No, they've got
why are you putting the ball on the floor? I don't get it.
Yeah, got to pass. You mean I've got to pass it to you? What?
Yeah.
What? Surely? What, 5 yards?
The goal by the goalkeeper last week was quite impressive. It was fun to see. But like, straight from the kick-off, you go back to your goalie. Really?
Yes, that's just...
Really?
That was typical Stoke, wasn't it? Just Begovic, hoof it up. Get it to the opposition penalty spot.
Going to blow the whistle and the game's going to stop, and then they've got to get the yards. You know, it's fucking NFL, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's useless. Like, imagine being born, to support Stoke, you must be born in Stoke. You must be,
Yeah, there's no one that's like, I love Stoke's continental flair.
But they love it, don't they? Stoke fans absolutely love Stoke, and they're really gutted that Pulis gone. It's like, what are you talking about? You might evolve from, like, apes, Yeah. You're gonna go up the food chain here, and then again, Mark,
go down it. I think Sheffield United, Stoke, Millwall, just have your own league where you don't have rules. You can kick the shit out of one another. Have your own Barbarians league.
Imagine that's a rugby Super League.
Just stick to Super League.
What do you reckon for that game, Swansea Stoke, Joe?
Oh, I don't even want to talk about it now. You're making me feel sick. But I'm going to go Swansea 1-0 just because I like Harper.
They don't even have Mitchell. I still think they'll win.
Mitchell? Oh, he's not playing.
He's injured, isn't he, for a little while?
Is he? That's nice.
Yeah, I still think they'll win.
Now I think Swansea will pass the ball around Stoke and they'll be like, what is this? What are you doing? So, yeah, Swansea will win that.
Yeah.
Stoke whenever. No, they're nearly as bad as Tottenham. They're not as bad as Man United. No one's as bad as them.
Cool, good stuff. Right, well, that is the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for this week. And I've actually been able to record it because I just sent you a picture that I've recorded it. So.
I just got the tweet. Look at that magic.
Oh no! As if you'd think that I thought it'd be easier to do it off a fucking computer, but obviously not. This seems to be the easiest way for my simple brain to do it. But thank you everyone for listening, and thank you to Sham, Joe and James for getting involved, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.